And on India First, let me now get you the latest from the Ghazipur border. At this point of time, you have a massive deployment of the Central Reserve Police Force, of the Rapid Action Force with their Vajra vehicles, and of course the Delhi Police. The Delhi Police also has multiple barricades in place. There are some farmers, protesting farmers still here. Will they remain here for the next 24 to 48 hours, or is there an eviction plan that's currently underway? Look at the deployment all around me, and I quickly want to bring into this conversation PK Johri. Mr. PK Johri is the commandant of the Rapid Action Force that's deployed here. Mr. Johri, what can you tell me, sir, about your deployment here and your task?
We have a two company here, and QRT and myself and my officers.
So you have your QRT that's already deployed. You know, the CISF had a QRT at the Red Fort, but they were overwhelmed by charging farmers and their tractors. Are we better prepared? Are you better prepared this time?
We are always better prepared, and we always perform better.
Well, the Central Reserve Police Force and the Rapid Action Force, they're better prepared. What is your task at this point of time, sir? Given you have your personnel here in right gear, with their helmets, with their batons, with their shields, with their protective armor, what's the task?
That's our way of deployment. We are always ready for any assistance to the Delhi Police. That's all.
So you are here to assist the Delhi Police, but is there a mandate and a time frame for that mandate?
As and when required, we are on the job.
Okay. Mr. Johri, for the moment, many thanks for speaking to me here on India First. So that's the Central Reserve Police Force deployed on ground already. I also want to bring in India Today's Kumar Kunal. Joining me on the broadcast, Ankit Tyagi also joins me for the latest on this. Ankit, if I could quickly bring you in, what more can you tell us about the scenes on ground, Ankit? Because what we are seeing at this point of time is a wailing Rakesh Tikait. We heard what he said before the 26th January rally, Dande Lathi Le Aiyo, and we heard his wails tonight. So what's happening on ground, Ankit?
Well, Gaurav, this is possibly the opportunity that the administration was looking at. Post 26 and the kind of violence that we saw, a lot of farmers, those who had come only for tractor rally, and others, those who were there sitting here, many of them left Ghazipur. VM Singh, who was here, with the large number of farmers, he has also left Ghazipur. So because of that, the number of farmers have thinned. And possibly this is what the opportunity that the Uttar Pradesh government was looking at. And that is why, under strict orders from the Chief Minister, now they are determined to, in fact, clear this protest site at Ghazipur. We have been told that 12 o'clock is the time that has been given to the farmers to clear this entire area. Now, what I can tell you is, initially, there seemed to be some sort of an agreement between Rakesh Tikait and the administration that he would court arrest. But he was saying that he would only court arrest if the police does not disturb or harass in any way the other farmers, those who are still sitting here. That in some way created some confusion, and that is why in the evening, when the police for the first time came on top of this flyover where the farmers have been sitting for the last 64 days, for the first time the police came here, Rakesh Tikait said he's not going to move, and all farmers, whosoever is left, is now sitting next to this entire stage that has been kept. 60 days of peaceful protest, 1 day of violence, and
Ankit,
right now the situation is quite tense here
Stay
at Ghazipur.
with me, Ankit. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I also want to bring in my colleague Kumar Kunal, and Kumar and Ankit have been covering the story very closely for the past 2 months. Kumar Kunal, we've been told that the Uttar Pradesh administration was very clear. Very clear, there should be no more violence, there should be no vandalism. And will these protesting farmers remain here, or have the police, have the security forces been given a task and a mandate to clear out this area?
See, right now what we are learning from Uttar Pradesh government sources, they are telling that no action will take place tonight. Okay. So that is a big development what we are getting right now. When the Rakesh Tikait was addressing his crowd, he told that we will stay at the Ghazipur border site for tonight, and tomorrow we will hold a talk with the administration. So right now, what is there a thinning out? Is there a thinning out of crowds here and crowds at Tikri
and crowds at Singhu?
There is a definite thinning out post 26 January. There is a change scenario altogether, and what we are looking at, that the impact of that what we are learning from the Uttar Pradesh government sources. Now the senior officers are moving away. I think they are now leaving the site. So it's a big development if that is happening.
Well, we shall wait and
Coming back to the thinning of the crowd, the things are very clear that post 26 January event, the morale was quite down. Even certain protesters were complaining that what has actually happened at Lal Killa or ITO, that should not happen.
Oh,
And
absolutely,
that's why-
no two ways about it.
Yeah.
No two ways about it. What happened at Lal Killa, what happened at ITO was a national disgrace. It's unacceptable. That's a fact. But who were the perpetrators? The Delhi police has now formed a special team to identify those who were responsible for this. There's a police officer of the rank of the Assistant Commissioner of Police who's heading that team. Arrests are being made, or people are being detained. CCTV footage is being scanned. Face recognition software is being used. Let me now get you the day's developments.
With farmers on a weak footing after the Republic Day mayhem that brought shame to the whole nation, the police are going on the front foot. Police presence has heightened at all protest sites along Delhi's borders as crowds started thinning out. High drama erupted in Ghazipur after the Ghaziabad administration directed farmers to vacate the protest site. The police scaled up its presence and closed all access to the protest site, but farmer leaders refused to surrender.
कोई सिलेंडर नहीं है। ये धरना यहाँ पर चल रहा है। धरना के बाद दस्तूरदार रहेगा। यहाँ पे कुछ चीज होगी तो रात को यहाँ से गांव के लोग हम बुलाएंगे। गांव के लोग यहाँ पर आएंगे।
Tiket even broke in tears, crying conspiracy against farmer protesters.
ये बिल भी वापसी होंगे। बिल भी वापसी होंगे। अगर बिल वापसी नहीं हुए, अगर कानून वापसी नहीं होंगे, तो राकेश टिकैत आत्महत्या करेगा। मेरे किसान को मारने की कोशिश करी जा रही है। ये साजिश है। किसान को मारने की साजिश बीजेपी के लोग कर रहे हैं।
इन्होंने म्यूचुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग करके समय का पालन नहीं किया, स्थान का पालन नहीं किया। इन्होंने हर वो चीज़ वायलेट की जो इनको नहीं करनी चाहिए थी। तो हमें लगता है कि इनका जो मंतव्य था वो सही दिशा की तरफ मार्गदर्शित नहीं है। रिस्पेक्टफुली जो हमारे किसान भाई हैं उनके साथ जरूर अपने निवास स्थान की तरफ प्रस्थान करना चाहिए।
गाजीपुर बॉर्डर पर माहौल धीरे धीरे बदलता जा रहा है। आप देख सकते हैं एक तरफ तो बैरिकेडिंग करके रास्ता बंद किया गया है जिससे कि दिल्ली के बॉर्डर के भीतर किसान अगर जाते हैं तो जाने न पाए। दूसरी तरफ जो रास्ते आने के लिए हैं वहां आरएफ की टुकड़ी तैनात की गई है। बाकायदा यहां पर ये लोग आंसू गैस के गोले और दूसरे इक्विपमेंट लेकर के तैनात हैं कि अगर कोई उपद्रव करने की कोशिश करता है, जबरन आने की कोशिश करता है तो उसको कैसे रोका जाए। और ये पूरी फोर्स इसी तरीके से हर जुड़ने वाले रास्ते पर लगाई गई है। एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के लोग, पुलिस के लोग पूरी तैनाती के साथ यहाँ मौजूद हैं।
Earlier, cops had served a notice to Rakesh Tiket, asking why no action should be taken against him for the tractor rally violence. Tension prevailed at the Singhu border, the main epicenter of the protests against the farm laws. The spirit of Langar, the highlight of protest till last week, was missing on Thursday. The police are there in big numbers, clearing barricades and rehearsing crowd control tactics. The police presence at Singhu border started increasing as some local residents came out demanding eviction of the protesters.
दिल्ली पुलिस से कमिटमेंट करके उसका उल्लंघन किया है, तिरंगे का अपमान किया है, लाल किले पर जाके ये किसान नहीं कर सकता, ये भेड़िए है किसान के रूप में।
The Tikri border, once abuzz with protesting farmers, is virtually taken over by security personnel. Hundreds of rapid action force personnel are deployed at the border.
Heavy police and paramilitary personnel deployment at the Tikri border right now. You can see swarms of policemen everywhere. There are Delhi police personnel, RAF, the CRP and many other security forces are here. This is the water cannon which has also been deployed. This is the area where farmers are agitating. This area has been cordoned off by cement blocks and metal and iron barricades. No outsider is allowed in this area.
A fourth protest site, Chilla border, is now completely open. Protesters there have returned after the Bharatiya Kisan Union Bhanu fraction withdrew. The police have removed protesters from Uttar Pradesh's Baghpat and Haryana's Rewari as well. Bureau Report, India Today.
But the question that police now are investigating is whether all of this was carefully orchestrated. Was this pre-planned? Was their game plan always to target the Red Fort and the Income Tax Office, and not just that, try and reach India Gate? Was their plan also to not just lay siege on the outskirts of the national capital, but to occupy the heart of the national capital, especially during the budget session of Parliament? Joining me on India First is Yashovardhan Azad, former top cop. With me also is Bhanu Pratap Singh, National President of the Bharatiya Kisan Union. Bhanu, he's walked out of this agitation. Chaudhry Avneet Panwar is the Rashtriya Adhyaksh of the Kisan Sena, still strong with the agitation, and Rahul Srivastav, our National Affairs Editor. But before I come to our guests, I want our viewers to take a look at how the Delhi police have gone on record to say that farmers misled them. Sachidanand Srivastav, the Delhi Police Commissioner, went to the extent of saying that this was Vishwasghat. This was betrayal of 37 commitments that were made to the Delhi police. But were the Delhi police either ill-prepared or under-prepared to take on this onslaught, especially the targeting of the Red Fort?
Tension, sloganeering, heavy police deployment at Delhi borders. Anger is rising over the months-long blockade of highways by farmers protesting against the new farm laws. A group of locals took out a march at Singhu border. They wanted the farmers to vacate the arterial roads.
पुलिस वाले हमारे भाई हमारी सुरक्षा में उनको मारा इन्होंने, वो किसान नहीं कर सकता, ये बेटे कर सकते हैं। हम बॉर्डर खाली कराएंगे, हम दिल्ली पुलिस के साथ हैं।
One side there is a stage where farmers are protesting, and now they are entering in the remote deep area of Singhu border. Imagine this could be really a flashpoint of what has happened on the Republic Day. Could be another, brawl between two groups. So here they were allowed to march in this particular area.
The farmers hit back, saying they won't be intimidated. Caught in the crossfire, the police had a tough time keeping things under control. In Rewari too, there were tense scenes as locals demanded that the protest site be vacated. While the agitation continues, it is losing steam. The protesters are thinning out. Heat is mounting on farmer leaders over the Republic Day mayhem. So far, 37 farmer leaders have been named in the FIR. The leaders have been given 3 days to reply, while legal action should not be initiated against them for the January 26th violence. At the Tikri border, heavy police force is visible. Fresh reinforcements have been rushed in and new barricades erected.
You can see the barricades, and now the police has isolated this area and no civilian movement is allowed. About a kilometer from here, the agitating farmers are sitting, and now the police is not allowing any civilian to enter through this area.
Meanwhile, the Delhi-Noida link road is now fully open. With the Bharat Kisan Union Bhanu faction ending its protest, Chilla border is cleared of protesters after nearly 2 months. In Uttar Pradesh, the police have begun crackdown on protests. They have vacated the protest site in Baghpat. The state has asked its district administrations to bring all protest to an end. With Abhishek Anand and Ashutosh Mishra, Bureau Report, India Today.
Was this all carefully orchestrated and pre-planned? Let me bring in Yashovardhan Azad, Bhanu Pratap Singh of the Bharatiya Kisan Union Bhanu faction that's now walked out of this agitation, Chaudhry Avneet Panwar and Rahul Srivastav. But Bhanu Pratap, पहला सवाल आप ही से, आप इस आंदोलन से अब अलग क्यों हट रहे हैं?
ऐसा है, भारतीय किसान यूनियन भानु का राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हूं। ब्रज के बिरध संत रमेश बाबा हमारे संरक्षक हैं। मैं गलत काम न करता हूं, न गलत काम बर्दाश्त करता हूं। ये जो 26 तारीख में उद्दंडता की गई, लाल किले पे दूसरा झंडा, तिरंगा की जगह दूसरा झंडा फहराया गया, उसका मैं विरोध करता हूं। और उन लोगों को मार के खाई में हमारी पुलिस वालों को डाला, वो कौन है पुलिस वाले? हमारे किसानों में से किसी के बेटे हैं, किसी के बच्चे हैं, किसी के नाती हैं, उनको बेरहमी से मारा गया। 400 के करीब अस्पताल में हैं और उद्दंडता इतनी की गई कि पूरे देश, क्या पूरे विश्व में किसान संगठनों का इतना बदनामी मिला कि जिससे शर्मसार दुखी होकर मैंने तो कहा कि ऐसे मतलब जैसे आंदोलन में हम तो अलविदा कह रहे हैं, हम तो अलग हट रहे हैं। और फिर हम भारतीय किसान भानु अकेला संगठन काफी है, निवेदन करना भी जानते हैं, विनती करना जानते हैं, आंदोलन करना और प्रदर्शन करना भी जानते हैं, लेकिन उद्दंडता नहीं करते। न उद्दंडता करने का अधिकार है।
चौधरी अवनीत पनवर, उद्दंडता का अधिकार किसी को नहीं है, और जो किसान आंदोलन के नाम पर हिंसा हुई उसी से अब दुखी होकर अब किसान ही इससे अलग हो रहे हैं। और इसीलिए अभी जहां हम गाजीपुर बॉर्डर पर खड़े हैं, यहां पर किसानों की संख्या बहुत कम रह गई है। और यही बात सिंगू और टीकरी बॉर्डर से भी आ रही है। यही बात किसान जाना चाहते हैं, जो उनको अब कहा यह जा रहा है कि जो पैसे देकर लाए थे वो वापस जाने के पैसे भी नहीं दे रहे हैं, ट्रैक्टर में ईंधन डलाने के पैसे तक नहीं बचे उन किसानों के पास। क्या कहेंगे आप सर?
देखिए, सबसे पहले तो मैं बार बार एक ही चीज को दोहरा रहा हूं कि जो भी हुआ वो बिल्कुल गलत हुआ। किसान आंदोलनों में इस तरीके की हरकतें ना होती हैं, ना हम बर्दाश्त करते हैं। रही बात, अगर हम संगठनों की बात करें, सारे संगठन जब भी एक थे, आज भी एक है, सिर्फ वो हिंसा के खिलाफ है। इसीलिए कुछ संगठन ने अपने आप को बाइकआउट कर लिया कि हम उसका हिस्सा नहीं रहेंगे, और कुछ संगठन जो है अभी भी वहां डटे हुए हैं।
देखिए अवनीत जी, और I want to bring in Yashovardhan. I want to bring in Mr. Yashovardhan Azad for more on this. मीठी मीठी बातें तो पहले भी हो रही थी, मीठी मीठी बातें कर कर आपने दिल्ली के पुलिस कमिश्नर को भी 37 आश्वासन दिए, लेकिन वो 37 आश्वासन माने नहीं गए। अब फिर आप लोग वही मीठी मीठी बातें कर रहे हैं। सर, is it time for strict action against those who gave fake commitment to the police and shamed our country, and what kind of action needs to be taken? Can they now distance themselves saying हमने नहीं किया, ये तो पुलिस का काम है, पता लगाओ किसने किया?
Gaurav, you are absolutely right. I think as an example, strictest punishment should be awarded to these people because they have reneged on their promise. Mind you, there were intelligence reports, and in fact, the police commissioner himself admitted to banning about 350 Twitter handles, from across the border, which were trying to fan discontent and trying to bring more and more participation for this kind of agitation. But let me tell you, the tractor rally, allowing a tractor which has a place in rural area, in a metro city, and that also in a capital, and on a day, Republic Day, where you down to the last man, you're busy and totally stretched for manning the Republic Day parade. And therefore, at that particular point, as you said, that if 37 assurances were given regarding the route, it was mandated on them that they should have made sure by leading from the front that it was followed to the T. And when these tractors went rogue, then there were no leaders to be seen. Yes. And when 400 cops got injured, and what an ungainly sight to see the policemen falling into the moat. This is something which cannot be excused.
Oh, absolutely.
And let me tell you the last point. The most emotionally disturbing visual was that flag being put up on the ramparts of, Red Fort. It is the most sacred place for us, where the national flag is unfurled every year on 15th of. So You're absolutely right. They should not be spared. And why should they have any kind of a moral ground now after the mayhem which has taken place to still sit out there in agitation?
Oh,
in fact, I'm extremely happy to see the villagers who are protesting now. They have a right. You know, the Supreme Court has said that you can't block public spaces for so long. And it's time, enough is enough.
Enough is what you say. And let me bring in Rahul Srivastav. Rahul Srivastav, the Supreme Court said peaceful protest. The farmers may have been peaceful for the past 60 days, but what we saw in the national capital was anything but peaceful. And Rahul, you've spoken to the Delhi police, I've spoken to the Delhi police, and they're very clear. All of this was very well planned down to the last detail, from the fact that they were supposed to come into the national capital at noon. They started breaking barricades before 9 in the morning. How are farmer leaders able to explain this, Rahul? What are you picking up? What action will be taken against the 37 the leaders who made these 37 promises, Rahul?
Gaurav, let's first carry out dissect this protest. Now, if one looks at it now and looks at what has happened on the 26th, one thing is very clear, that there were farmers who were aggrieved, who were perhaps also misled that there is something terribly wrong with the 3 laws. Then there were farm leaders who were looking for a political space, given the farm laws and some kind of apprehension among the farmers. Then there was a mob. This mob had also a rogue element, which at one time the government talked about as Khalistani element. The Twitter handles which were blocked, that indicated. Then there was also a hint from the government that several left-wing organizations, given the fact that there are several farm unions with strong, strident left union affiliations, they were part of this agitation. Gaurav, eventually, the farmers were the core. They were the dog. It is eventually the tail started wagging the dog. This is exactly what happened on the 26th of January. Eventually, agendas like going to the Red Fort to unfurl the flag on a place where, since the Union Jack was brought down, nothing else has gone up. Then attempting to go to India Today. This is totally unrelated to the farm bills and the farm protests. There was a mob. I think what happened, Gaurav, it was a battle of nerve. The government showed that it is being passive. It accepted their amendments. It wanted to put down the law in affairs for a while. It went to the Supreme Court. It set up a committee. I think the mob element became emboldened,
but Rahul, for the moment,
and it thought it can take on a government. The government has won the battle of nerves.
Okay, but this is still a battle won, not the entire war at this stage. And I want to come back to Avneet Panwar for more on this. Sir, जो 37 आश्वासन लिखित में किसान नेताओं ने दिए थे, 12 बजे से पहले नहीं आएंगे, 9 बजे बैरिकेड तोड़ा, क्यों? इसका क्या उत्तर है आपके पास? क्यों जो निर्धारित रास्ता था, उस निर्धारित रास्ते पर नहीं गए किसान? क्यों अलग रास्ते पर गए? क्यों आईटीओ गए? क्यों लाल किले गए?
सर, बेसिकली वी आर फार्मर्स, नॉट अ एंटी सोशल पर्सन. मैं आपको बिल्कुल क्लियर कर दूं कि जो भी इसमें इन्वॉल्व थे, क्यों इसके लिए कमेटी बनाकर उसकी जांच क्यों नहीं करती है? घूम फिर के कोई भी चीज होती है वो फार्मर्स पे क्यों डाला जा रहा है? आप भी बताइए, जी बंदे ने ये किया है.
फार्मर नेता क्यों नहीं थे? उस एजिटेशन के लीड करने का आश्वासन दिया था, नहीं लीड किया. 12 बजे दिल्ली में घुसना था, 9 बजे क्यों घुसे? कमेटी क्यों बनाई? आप उत्तर दीजिए कि ऐसा हुआ क्यों? कानून और जो वादा था वो क्यों तोड़ा? विश्वासघात, दिल्ली पुलिस कमिश्नर इसे कह रहे हैं, देश के साथ विश्वासघात किया.
देखिए, देश के साथ तो कोई खिलवाड़ नहीं कर सकता. उसी तरीके से मैं आपको 2 चीजों को बहुत क्लियर तौर पे समझाने की कोशिश करता हूं. जो हमारे पॉइंट है वो आपको सुनने चाहिए. एक पॉइंट तो ये है कि जो हमें टाइम दिया गया था, उससे पहले कौन गया जो बैरिकेड तोड़कर अंदर घुस गया? वो कौन था जो लाल किले पे चढ़ के अपना झंडा लगाया? क्या वो किसानों का झंडा था? क्या किसानों ने अपना झंडा लगाया? क्या किसान नेता जाके वहां झंडा लगा कर आए? नहीं साहब. जो भी वो लगा कर आया तो उसके खिलाफ एक्शन क्यों नहीं लिया गया? उसे क्यों नहीं पकड़ा गया? उसे कहां छोड़ रखा है? किसान संगठन जितने भी हैं, सब
यशोवर्धन
अपनी
आजाद
विचारधारा
जी, नहीं सर सुनिए, 26 तारीख से पहले सभी किसान नेता ये दावा कर रहे थे कि ये उनकी गारंटी है कि सब शांतिपूर्वक तरीके से होगा। ये बड़ी बड़ी बातें कर रहे थे कि एक बेटा हल चलाता है, दूसरा बेटा या पुलिस में है या फौज में है। जो तिरंगे का सम्मान सेना का सिपाही या पुलिस का अधिकारी करता है, वही सम्मान किसान भी करते हैं। ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ और किसान नेता नदारद थे, गायब थे। आजाद साहब, क्या किसान ये कह सकते हैं अब आप कमेटी बना लीजिए और पता कर लीजिए किसने बैरियर तोड़ा, तब तक तो ये एजिटेशन जारी रहेगा? क्या चित भी मेरी, पट भी मेरी और अंटा भी उन्हीं का?
नहीं, इसमें कोई भी कमेटी बनाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। 26 जनवरी को जो हुआ, सबसे पहले जितने सीसीटीवी कैमरा है उन्होंने इमेजेस पकड़े हैं। 1000 लोग रेड फोर्ट के अंदर घुसे और वहां पे जाके तोड़फोड़ की कार्रवाई की। 1000 लोग, क्या ये कोई भी किसान यूनियन और किसान संगठन के नहीं थे? क्या उस समय जिम्मेवारी नहीं थी किसान लीडरों की कि गेट पर खड़े होकर बोलते कम से कम आप रेड फोर्ट के अंदर नहीं जाइए? ये बिल्कुल गलत है। और अब स्थिति ये है कि जिन लीडर्स ने किस आधार पे जाके ये आश्वासन दिया था। दूसरी बात मैं ये जानना चाहता हूं कि जब पुलिस कमिश्नर ने ये कहा कि 26 तारीख के अलावा किसी भी और तिथि को आप ये रैली करें, तो क्यों नहीं मान गए थे आप? ये जानना चाहिए कि ट्रैक्टर की जगह एक शहर में नहीं है और ट्रैक्टर रैली के खिलाफ अगर ट्रैक्टर रोक हो जाएं तो उसके लिए कोई कॉन्टिजेंसी दिल्ली पुलिस के पास नहीं है। इसलिए ये अहमियत रखना चाहिए था आपको अपने आश्वासन का कि आप अपने आश्वासन पर खरे उतरे, और चूंकि आप आश्वासन पे खरे नहीं उतरे, अतः ये हक है वहां के गांव वालों का।
There is a very important point that the police needs to answer. Sir, the police needs to answer. Even if the farmers broke the barricade at 9 a.m., why did the police fail to respond immediately? What was the Delhi police doing? Did the Delhi police not have numbers, or did they not have instructions to stop? How could farmers reach ITO and Red Fort? The Delhi police was rather flat-footed in its response, sir.
Gaurav, two things. As I already told you, that on a Republic Day, every person is busy with the arrangements. And you see, by the time the parade clears out, by 11:30, 12, it's almost 2 or 3 hours more that they go. Again, to deploy them for some other thing is impossible. And that is why the route sanctity was maintained, because they realized that they just did not have the numbers at all. Secondly, it is also true that
sir,
because
which means they weren't thinking on their feet. Which means, sir, there is the Central Reserve Police Force, there is the Rapid Action Force, there is the Indo-Tibetan Border Police, there are Delhi Police, Delhi Armed Police Battalions. All of them, additional forces could have been mobilized, anticipating this move.
Delhi Police is given 10 battalions for duties. They are from the outside, and there are a lot of issues with that. I don't want to go into that. But on that particular day, all the extra forces were deployed for the Republic Day. And tell me something, can you develop a contingency against the tractors? Is there any physical barrier even you can do? In fact, at some places you had said that the policemen sat down to stop the marauding tractors which had gone rogue. So that is one. And number two, yes, you're right, there was restraint shown by the police taking any action, lest any action of firing or anything like that would hurt a farmer, and the whole protest will go absolutely out of control. And these are the two reasons why the police could not do anything. And I would certainly say that the biggest fault was the central government in allowing the tractor rally on 26th. They should have never allowed it at any cost. There would have been lesser violence controlling it, and all this mayhem wouldn't have happened. And the public property, crores worth, wouldn't have been destroyed in Delhi.
Okay. Rahul Srivastav, did the central government lose its nerve and gave permission on the 26th of January against the advice of the security forces, the Delhi police and the intelligence agencies?
Gaurav, the government usually has a deep pocket of tricks and also sometimes a broad shoulder. You see, when you say that the Delhi police could have acted at 9 o'clock in the morning, Gaurav, you have followed defense forces and you have followed Republic Day for decades now. Imagine the headline if there was an attempt to use excessive force at the marauding forces which were entering Delhi in terms of stopping them via excessive force in form of firing. Imagine the headline would have been XYZ number killed at the time the nation was watching Republic Day parade. The police had to observe restraint. You do not indulge in firing on people in Delhi, around Delhi, at a time when the Republic Day parade is on. That weighed supreme on the minds of the people in the government. Second, Mr. Azad is a very accomplished police officer. He knows that at times there is a possibility that even if the parade was not allowed, the miscreants would have created a situation which is hostile and violent, even at the border, which might have mandated excessive force, including firing. Third very important point, Gaurav, it is a battle of perception. I think there was somewhere a passive resistance by the administration, the government, somewhere, because it did want to expose that there are certain miscreants and disruptive elements in the mob. I think there are three elements which need to be discussed or maybe introspected upon as far as violence of 26 January is concerned.
Okay. Mr. Azad, was the police under pressure to take a hit, not respond, and ensure that there are no casualties on the side of the farmers? So is the Delhi police, I mean, God forbid, what if there were terrorists in midst of trying to take advantage of the situation? We would have had a capital disaster in the national capital. We've seen insurrection that took place on the Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. We've suffered the same here. Police perhaps got napping, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Srivastav and I have already mentioned before that there were, according to the intelligence inputs, 350 Twitter handles were disabled. So there were credible reports coming from across the border and for fanning discontent and also increased participation. And, the Sikh for Justice had announced an award of $250,000 for anyone who puts a flag, Khalisani flag, atop the India Gate. So it was an actual worry because people were assembled in ITO in the manner you and I saw, and therefore it was very possible that some of these elements could have sneaked in. But the Delhi police, as Mr. Srivastav has very well explained, was under tremendous pressure. On 26 January, you didn't want any kind of firing on the farmers. And can you imagine, instead of 400 cops injured, if 400 farmers were injured, I think the whole country would have been aflame. And so that is why there were a lot of these issues. And I always maintained on all these channels that no permission should have been given. But if the denial of permission was there from the central government, there would have been uproar against in civil society and in the farmers and all over. And that is why I think the center buckled under pressure and gave the permission. As far as the police was involved, if I was the commissioner, I would never give a permission for a rally like this on 26th of January.
Could the DCP or the additional commissioner or the officer in charge at the Red Fort have fired in the air? We are seeing or hearing of some police movement and Vajra vehicles that are coming here at Ghazipur at this point of time. We also see some relocation of the police. But before I come to that story in greater detail, should the officer in charge have ordered firing in the air when miscreants were trying to come inside the Red Fort, coming in through the Lahori gate, climbing the ramparts of the Red Fort and, unfurling some other flag there, sir?
I think that if credible inputs were there about Red Fort, then certainly some adequate arrangements could have been made at the Red Fort. But you saw the police officers and men falling into the moat against the surging crowd which was moving in. And with 1,000 people trying to enter in and storming virtually the Red Fort, I think firing would have been a delicate situation. And that is why I think using that restraint. And I'll tell you another thing, which is very important, Gaurav. I feel there is a kind of a hesitancy on the police officers in taking firm decisions in law and order situation, because right from the fracas with the lawyers until the JNU, the officers have been transferred, And this, I have talked to some of the officers, and I do feel that they feel it's better to take a hit and to let things go on, because you see the damage caused to public property, unfortunately, no one bothers, whereas compensation should be claimed. And if the cops are injured, well, it's taken in a stride. And I think that's unfortunate. There needs to be a serious thinking on handling agitations in future.
There appears to be some relocation of forces behind us at this point of time, but given it's a situation, no details that we will give out at this point of time. But पनवर जी, मैं आपसे यह जानना चाहता हूं कि आखिर क्यों 26 जनवरी को ही राजधानी दिल्ली में घुसना चाहते थे किसान? क्या ये सोची समझी एक रणनीति थी कि 26 जनवरी को ही घुसेंगे? इससे पर हो सकता है आपकी उम्मीद थी कि सरकार की नाक कटेगी, लेकिन जो हुआ उससे देश की नाक कट गई।
नहीं, बिल्कुल भी ऐसा नहीं है। किसान ये चाहते थे कि वो भी परेड का, अपनी तरफ से एक परेड का नमूना पेश किया जाए, जिससे वो सड़कों पे घूमे, अपने ट्रैक्टरों को दिखाए, अपनी झांकियां दिखाएं, लोग बाग अपनी चीजों को प्रेजेंट कर सके। किसान का कभी भी ये ध्येय नहीं होता कि वो सरकार को या देश को नीचे झुकने दे। लेकिन जिस भी बंदे ने किया, मेरा बार बार एक ही क्वेश्चन है, उस चीज को डाइवर्ट कर दिया जाता है। वो बंदा अब तक पकड़ा क्यों नहीं गया जो इस चीज में इन्वॉल्व था? अगर जो बंदा इन्वॉल्व था, जिसकी फुटेज है, वो बाहर कैसे?
एक बंदा तो था नहीं, एक बंदा तो था नहीं, था तो कई बंदे थे, तो कई बंदे, एक तो बंदा नहीं था।
लेकिन आप इस चीज को तो समझिए कि अगर हमें लाल किला जाना होता तो हम वहां लाल किले पे हम क्यों नहीं गए? क्योंकि हमारा वो रूट ही नहीं था, ना हमें वहां जाना था।
Rahul, is this the agitating farmers, their leaders, and those who are planning all this having the best of both the worlds? They've done what they wanted to do, and now they're playing victim.
Gaurav, eventually they will have the worst of it. You see, they were using the farm bills, telling something to the farmers, agitating the farmers, which is a due right of the farm leaders, and they were trying to resurrect themselves. They were trying to establish themselves as leaders. The idea was politics. But eventually, they and the farmers have been left aside by the mob, the miscreants, and those with vested interest. When Mr. Panwar says that farmers wanted to parade with tractors, my God, Gaurav, it's amazing.
Okay.
There are 130 crore people in this country. Each will like to have its own individual parade on Rajpath on that very day. What kind of comedy is this? You want to go and unfurl a flag on the Red Fort. Gaurav, you don't do that. You were misled. Some people used you. I think that's what the farm leaders are not admitting. They became instruments for some people who are disruptionists. It was an honest movement. Farmers do have certain specific demands which the government should look into. But then what happened, I think the farm leaders should introspect. Otherwise, it is like कि एक कहिन कि हम परेड में जाए, एक कहीं हमो परेड कराई.
Absolutely. और भानु प्रताप सिंह जी, आप अलग हो गए हैं, इसका क्या मतलब है? क्या आप उन मुद्दों पर ही नहीं हैं अब, या मुद्दों पर हैं? आपकी दृष्टि में क्या किसानों को चाहे ये गाजीपुर बॉर्डर हो, टीकरी बॉर्डर हो, सिंगू बॉर्डर हो, सबसे उठकर अपने घरों में जाना चाहिए, ये जैसे आप चिल्ला से उठ गए, या यहीं टिके रहना चाहिए?
ऐसा है, हम तो सब किसानों से, किसान नेताओं से ये निवेदन कर रहे हैं, प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं, विनती कर रहे हैं उनसे हाथ जोड़कर कि क्योंकि इस समय सारे बुद्धिजीवियों में, देश के सभी बुद्धिजीवियों में, पढ़े लिखे लोगों में और फोर्सों में ये किसान नाम बदनाम हो गया है। तो इसलिए इस समय सब अपने अपने लगने लगेगा कि वास्तव में अराजक तत्व जिनको कहते हैं असामाजिक तत्व आ गए थे, उनने ही गड़बड़ कराए। ये तो अच्छे किसान थे, ये अपने घर चले गए। यदि तुम वहीं बार बार जिद करते रहोगे और जाओगे नहीं, और लाल किले पे झंडा भी फहर गया, 400 जवान लगभग पुलिस के जख्मी भी कर दिए गए, उद्दंडता भी करी गई, और फिर भी उद्दंडता यही कर रहे हो कि हम नहीं हटेंगे, हम नहीं हटेंगे, हम नहीं जाएंगे। तो ये क्या है? किन से लड़ रही हो? आखिर पुलिस से लड़ रही हो तो पुलिस तुम्हारी है, या पुलिस से लड़ रही हो तो देश तुम्हारा है।
क्योंकि दो और संगठन जी अवनीत पनवर जी दो और किसान संगठन बीकेयू एकता समेत अब अलग हो गए हैं इस आंदोलन से। तो क्या जो लोग अभी भी यहाँ बैठे हैं अलग अलग बॉर्डरों पर, उन्हें अपनी हठधर्मी छोड़कर हट जाना चाहिए, घर जाना चाहिए, या ये एजिटेशन ऐसे ही सड़कों पर कायम रहेगा?
देखिए, सबसे पहले तो ये है कि हमें इस माहौल को, जो गर्मा गर्मी हुई है, इसे शांत होना चाहिए, क्योंकि हम तीन काले कानून के खिलाफ है, ना कि हम देश के खिलाफ है। हम उसमें संशोधन चाहते हैं, हम उसमें से कुछ अमेंडमेंट चाहते हैं, हम एमएसपी चाहते हैं, यही हमारी मांग थी। अगर इसे किसी और चीज में डाइवर्ट करना चाहते हैं तो हम उसका पार्ट नहीं है। हम शांतिपूर्वक आदमी हैं, शांति से हम आंदोलन करना जानते हैं, सड़क पे बैठते तो शांति से बैठते हैं, हुड़दंग नहीं मचाते हैं। इसी तरीके से जो संगठन जा रहे हैं वो भी इसी बात से सहमत होंगे, इसीलिए वे धीरे धीरे करके हट रहे हैं। फिलहाल ये है कि पीछे हटकर हमें इस पे रिकॉल करना चाहिए, हमें फिर समझना चाहिए और आंदोलन को नई रूपरेखा के साथ हमें उतारना चाहिए।
तो आपका भी ये कहना है कि किसानों को अब घर चले जाना चाहिए और फिर बाद में रणनीति बनाने की आवश्यकता है, सड़कों को नहीं ब्लॉक करना चाहिए राजधानी दिल्ली के आसपास?
देखिए, मैं फिलहाल यही कहूंगा कि अभी जिस भी जगह पे है सबको वहां से उठकर वापस हो जाना चाहिए। आंदोलन फिलहाल कुछ टाइम के लिए स्थगित कर देना चाहिए और इस पे रिकॉल करके समझकर उसके बाद करना चाहिए।
लास्ट 30 seconds on the broadcast on this issue. ठीक, Mr. Azad, is this also your view that farmers should hold back, go home, ensure that law and order is maintained? At the same time, does this mean that no action should be taken against those who were involved in this, or as per law the strictest possible action needs to be taken against them, sir?
I think as per law, strictest possible action should be taken, and the vandals who have destroyed property worth crores, compensation should be sought from these unions. Secondly, I think the Kisan Union should now go back, take a rest, and throw open all those roads and the blockage, because people have suffered enough, and the villagers around, there have been job losses. It was an estimated loss of 5 crores per day. And that is why it is about time that the capital is free. The capital has suffered enough. And once again, I will say enough is enough, and capital should be free.
I will let that be the last word. To all my guests, many thanks for joining me. Remember, 400 policemen have also been injured. The Union Home Minister Amit Shah and the Minister of State Home G. Kishan Reddy, they visited the injured policemen